Country.
That's right. And here with some of the best places for leaf peeping is travel expert Mark Elwood. Mark, good to see you.
Good morning.
All right, let's start off one of my favorite places to look at the foliage, New York State, upstate.
I mean, you're a little biased.
I am.
We want to take you away from New England, which is the traditional place you go for leaf peeping. My one question is, are the Adirondacks, is upstate New York, New England or not?
No.
No.
Clear question? That was a clear answer. I thought there'd be more controversy. Say, like Apple meets IKEA, very minimal Scandi.
Apple meets IKEA.
Do you know what I mean? Like that very kind of zen in theory. Very unexpected up
Oh,
there.
I love that bathroom.
Yeah, and you can do apple picking while you're there.
You can. I love that. Good point.
So I, like most people, think of the Northeast, but you're taking us now to Colorado Springs.
Oh.
Yes, I'm going to take you west. And the reason I'm going to take you to Colorado Springs is this is a place to see the full leaf peep. If you want to sweat while you're leaf peeping, this is an option.
I have to admit, I had never heard of leaf peeping, but I'm here for it.
Would you do it?
Why not?
Would you do it?
Sure.
Yeah, where
these
should we
places
stay?
are beautiful.
I'm going to say.
All right, shall we go to the West Coast now for some leaf peeping?
I love you're just going to keep saying leaf peeping, leaf peeping. Let's go to the West Coast. I'm actually, and again, I think that's even more unlikely. But if you remember that, of course, leaf peeping, that higher elevations go brown first.
Leaf peeping now.
Oh, wait, before we go, what is that, glamping?
Oh, yeah, sorry. Listen, we should talk about the accommodation. This is glamping, called the Otis.
Otis! He loves us!
What?
That's from a reference from.
Animal House.
Oh.
Yeah, I couldn't remember. I don't remember.
Did you know what he was talking about?
Yeah.
No, he didn't.
Yeah.
No,
I did.
Come on, Mark. He knew. Thank you, Mark. Thanks for saving me. Okay. Coming up, we're getting moving on this Monday. A little dance party. We're going to learn an easy cardio routine in Start Today. Then later, you love them. You remember Hanson. Well, they never won.
Challenge, and this morning we are dancing to get our heart rates up. Fitness trainer Megan McFerrin is here. She's the creator of Glisten, a dance-inspired, low-impact workout. And Megan's mom and sister are with us.
I love
too.
that.
Show us how
It's a family affair
this morning.
So much fun. Thank you for having me.
We're so excited to have you, especially since you're introducing us to something new called quiet cardio.
Quiet cardio. It is a perfect low impact method. Still a celebration of your body because it's dance inspired, but no crazy jumping, which is nice
like
for
that.
all
Good
ages.
for your joints.
You can prevent so much injury this way, but you still break a sweat and get your heart rate up.
Really?
We're gonna go through. Oh yeah.
Okay.
We're gonna go through 5 moves. Are you ready?
All right, we're ready.
Okay.
Start us off.
We're gonna start first move just tapping right side, left side. So here we go.
Okay.
Right side, left side.
Don't
This
step
is
on my
called
toe.
a swipe jack. What you're gonna do is try to take your arms out, sweat. Okay, Chanel's arms.
Let me get some room.
Hey, here we go, swipe jack. So let me see. Okay, nice, Al.
Okay.
3 times. 3, 2, Craig. Other way, but that's okay. Craig's like swimming.
It's actually good, though, because we don't really
Okay.
move as much as we should.
Let's go to the next one. High-low punches. We're going to love it. It goes high up top and low down on the bottom. Here we go. Just a punch. But nice, strong arms. Try to tighten your core. Great job. Nice high-low punch. Just 4.
You're a great
Just
cheerleader.
3, just
I hope
2.
everybody at home is
Just
up
1.
off the couch and doing this.
Go to the other
Reach out
side?
the other side. High-low punch.
Okay.
See, it's just a tap.
Switch
No
sides?
crazy
Oh,
jumping. No crazy jumping,
But
right?
you're still working.
Still breaking a sweat. Let's go 4. Let's go 3. Let's go 2.
You can tell you're a
Nice.
dancer.
There we go.
And how
Okay.
many times do
Blood
you do that?
flowing.
I usually do 8 and 8 on each side.
Okay.
Because dancers, you usually count down from 8. So yeah.
Okay.
Next, let's move on to
getting all 8.
baseball
You're
swing.
not great at basketball either.
I was getting all 8.
Baseball
You
swing.
basketball.
Baseball swing.
Baseball swing.
Baseball swings. Here we go. So you're just gonna follow me, kick your booty, and swing your baseball bat.
Okay.
If I
There we
base-
go.
If I shoot baseball like
I never
this.
feel like we're being punked.
You can always upgrade this to a little jump, but because we're doing low impact, it's more of just like a little bounce. Let's go 4. Let's go 3. Let's go 2. Let's go 1. Isn't it fun? It doesn't feel like a
what's the
workout.
next?
Okay.
Next one, sumo squats. So toes to the top corner of the room, lift your arms up nice and long, tighten your core, come on down, reach to the floor. Highs and lows lift.
I
and
will
lower.
say, if you're stiff, this kind of gets you going a little bit, right?
It's a really good stretch.
Yeah.
So the quicker you go, the more you're gonna get your heart rate up. Here we go, 4.
Okay.
Lower. Here we go, 3.
Hanson's over there laughing at
Here we
us.
go, 2.
They really are.
Come
I see
join
them
us.
laughing.
Here we go, 1.
I see you laughing.
2. Shake it out, shake it out. One last move. You ready for it?
Yes.
You want to come over and join us, Hanson?
They said we're dope.
Oh, there we go. Yeah.
Hanson's doing it. Get a shot of that. Hanson's doing it.
High low squats. Okay, so we're gonna go for our last move. It's our tap across, crisscross jump rope. What you're gonna do is take your opposite arm and do a little double dutch. Swing, swing, swing.
Okay.
Swing. Nice. Awesome. Let's go 4. Let's go
so
3. Let's go 2. Let's go 1.
All right. Yes. So good. Big finish. You always do like a little dance party at the end of your workout.
So in every Glisten class, we finish with a celebration dance party.
Okay.
I want a 5 seconds
Okay.
dance party, anything you want. Ready?
5 seconds?
5 seconds.
Okay.
Here we go.
This is where you live. Right here. This is where you live. Come on, give us a move, Hanson. Where you live. Okay, there you go. There you go. There you go.
Okay,
All right.
thanks so much. Thanks to you guys for joining us this morning. You can check out these moves and more at today.com/starttoday or scan the QR code for our Start Today newsletter. That was great.
Thank you.
I'm winded. All right, coming up next, it's Hanson live in
Yeah.
And who can forget the classic bop? We are going to catch up with them right after this. Take it away, guys.
I was going to say.
There's a super fan here.
Okay.
I mean, like one of your biggest fans. Her name's Kate McKinnon. SNL. She's a new novelist.
I mean,
Yes, nice to meet you. Isaac, big fan.
Here, come right in here.
No, I wouldn't.
why do you love this so much?
I wouldn't.
What would you say?
First, it's the musicianship. Go is my favorite song.
Oh, really?
Such a beautiful, thematically and musically so beautiful. Harmonies so tight. And of course, the style. You know, growing up on Long Island, this is why I have my haircut.
I love that suit, though. Actually, I'm really jealous
Thank
of
you.
that.
Yes, I've just been copying you guys my whole life. So thank you so much for the inspiration. Beautiful
High praise
musician.
indeed.
All going to watch you guys.
I love it.
Sing your song. We've got a special rendition of Penny and Me. Here's Hanson.
We'll get you an instrument next time, Kate.
Oh, yeah.
The mid-Atlantic, and because it was connected to a tropical system, when you get some of these downpours, they could be really heavy at times. So something to keep in mind for eastern Virginia, also into Maryland and Washington, D.C., up across central Pennsylvania, too. You could get stuck in some heavier downpours. In Asheville, the good news here is that we are not going to see any rain in the forecast for the next several days, and temperatures look pretty moderate, too. Not too hot, not too cold, so a lot of folks without power don't have to deal with any kind of weather extremes for the next several days. We do have an approaching cold front, again, that is kind of combining with some of the remnant moisture from Helene, so that's why we are seeing some of those spotty downpours. The tropics still pretty active. These couple of storms that are very far away will stay far away, but it's this area we need to watch. There's a 40% chance of this becoming a tropical system in the next several days, but keep in mind the temperature in the Gulf of Mexico is not as warm as it has been, still warm enough to perhaps develop this into a tropical system, something we'll keep a close eye on. That's a look at the weather across the country. We'll get to your local forecast in the next 30 seconds.
Wayfair, every style, every home.
Good morning. The clouds stay stubborn and we stay on the cool side. Temperatures climbing out of the low 60s by noontime, just 67 degrees, on our way into the upper 60s, but mainly gray skies, a few peaks of sun possible, and that cool breeze. So you want the jacket and maybe grab the shades for later in the day.
And that's your latest forecast.
All right, Dylan, thank you so much. Coming up, and on Friday, this is Today on NBC. The weather from Dylan. Hey, Dylan.
Good morning again, guys. We do have some record-breaking heat to talk about out in the Southwest, where in Phoenix, we're looking for a high temperature of 112 degrees today. The record is 107. So we are looking to break that record today. Bakersfield, California, close to a record high temperature. San Jose, California should break records tomorrow. We're going to break even more as we look through Las Vegas with a forecast high of 102. In fact, it is going to stay warm all through the weekend. Las Vegas staying up around 101, 102 through at least Saturday. Even Salt Lake City running about 15 to 20 degrees above average with highs in the mid to upper 80s. That's a look at the weather across the country. Now here's a peek out your window.
Dylan, thanks. Still pretty gray out our window. 62 degrees now at Central Park, 58 in Islip, 52, I should say 57 in White Plains, 64 in Newark. With mainly gray skies, a spotty shower or two can't be ruled out, and it's going to keep us pretty cool too with that easterly breeze. 68 degrees by 4 p.m. on our way up to 69. We'll stay in the low 60s through this evening. By tomorrow, more sun, especially late.
And that's your latest forecast.
All right, Dylan, thank you. Your boost is on the way, but first we'll look back on the life of...
Quick check of the weather for you guys. We do have some record warmth out in the Southwest where records could be up around 105 to 110 degrees. We also have a line of isolated showers, some heavier downpours today. It's really the remnant moisture from Helene, so we could see some pockets of heavier rain through the mid-Atlantic today. That's a look at the weather across the country. Now here's a peek out your window.
Dylan, thanks. And the peek out our window showing a little bit of blue, but mainly cloudy skies and a little hint of color on the trees there as we look into Nassau County. Cloudy just about everywhere. We're cool, 53 in Poughkeepsie, 62 right now at Central Park. And as Dylan mentioned, maybe a spotty shower or two. Temperatures holding in the 60s today. That's it. That northeast wind brisk at times. Tomorrow we start to break the...
And that's your latest forecast. Back over to you guys.
All right.
Yeah. Peter, you do.
Yeah, that's exactly what I look like.
Just like that. Just hold the balance for like 2 counts and then come back to center. You know, we're hold the balance.
This gets the heart rate up.
I know, and that's
You're
and my thighs are burning. Yeah, that's the point of the HIIT workout.
Okay.
So we do 10 to one side, 10 to the other, and then the last exercise I want to show you guys.
Skaters.
Yes, you got it, Peter.
Like
yes. Okay. So we're gonna skate to one side.
Why am I the only one breathing hard?
Because you've been like taking it up a notch.
Yes, awesome. I love this. So you guys feel this. It's a full body.
Is it opposite arm? So
it's opposite arm with the leg. Yes.
There you go. Thank you.
Sorry, my next one.
Peter looks like a player here. He looks like he could be an NFL player, doesn't he?
I love that.
Yeah, no, that's what they used to say.
So can I just say, your husband Nicholas has been watching from the sideline.
Yeah.
Come on out of here, because we have an exciting. Let's let you make the announcement.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Well, Nicholas and I are having. I'm going to use the baby as a weight.
Oh, there you go.
Yes.
Again, just head to Start Today, today.com/Start Today for more on the October workout and to sign up for the next Start Today newsletter.
So
Congratulations.
October's going to be a great month.
I love that. I love that.
Coming up, now that we have worked,
I've got a lot to clean up right now.
for folks today?
If you are traveling, it looks fine up and down the East Coast, weather-wise at least. It's a little bit chilly, but not as cold as it has been. It's really down through Texas into eastern Oklahoma, down through Arkansas and Louisiana, and also out west. We have another storm system making its way onshore. That means rain and mountain snow. Very difficult getting through the mountain passes. We could see some delays because of the heavier rain in Seattle, also into Portland too. Dallas and Houston, especially later on today when those storms really get going, we could see some of those delays at the airports. And again, the roads through the mountain passes, some of the snowier spots will be slick going and also slow going down south where some of that rain could be a little heavy at times. So it's this cold front that's moving eastward across eastern Texas, down through Louisiana, up across Arkansas. So as we go into this afternoon and evening, we'll start to see the heavier rain and the thunderstorms. There's also some morning fog in the Midwest that could create some slowdowns and some delays at the airports early this morning. But then as we go into tomorrow, a lot of that rain will lift north and move up into the western Great Lakes. Just want to point out, hail and damaging winds will be the biggest threat with these storms along with the heavier downpours, but there is the chance, especially through eastern Texas later on tonight, that we could see a few isolated tornadoes, Peter.
It's what they call a dynamic forecast. All right, Dylan, appreciate it very much.
Let's turn now to this growing mystery over what caused a passenger plane to crash overseas. At least 38 people were killed yesterday when that aircraft plummeted to the ground and burst into flames, but dozens of others survived.
I say we get a check of the weather from Dylan Dreyer.
Let's do it. We've got a warm up to talk about in a lot of places. Today, Rapid City gets up to 53, same in Denver. Minneapolis up to 37, which doesn't sound that warm, but it's still 12 degrees above average. Tomorrow, that warmth tries to move to the east. We're seeing a high of 50 tomorrow in Chicago, Pittsburgh close to it, Nashville 60, Little Rock 65 degrees. And then across the northeast, where it's been quite chilly lately, we are going to see temperatures get up into the mid 50s going into early next week. Wilmington gets up into the 60s and 70s. Cincinnati mid to upper 50s too as we continue through the weekend. So now let's go into next week when we start the new year. It actually looks like the southwest, most of the west coast and into the northeast Great Lakes will see warmer than average temperatures, although it does come with a little bit of rain. We're going to see wetter than average conditions across the northwest, dry down south. We are looking though for some cooler temperatures to take hold next week down through Florida and the southeast. That's a look at the weather across the country. Now here's a peek out your window.
Dylan, thanks. Yeah, a lot of brightness out there. Those skies are clear around our area. We're at 25 at Central Park, and that's the actual air temperature. 7 in Poughkeepsie, 6 in Sussex, Islip, you're in the 20s. So we hang on to some of that snow cover a little bit longer. Some sunshine and 35 today. Another chilly start tomorrow, but temps up to 4.
And that's your latest forecast.
Dylan, thank you guys. Coming up from Wicked to Moana 2, special sing-along screenings are
Morning boost for you. That is right after this.
Emergency crystals pop and fizz when you throw them back. And who doesn't love a good throwback? Now with vitamin D for the dark days of winter.
Well, now, guess what? They have full permission to belt it out during the show with special sing-along screenings in select theaters.
Delightful, Peter.
As our friend NBC's Joe Fryer tells us, it's one of many creative ways that theaters are now boosting sales.
New York.
I was singing during the entire report from Joe.
Out loud?
No, I mean, just humming it.
I'm glad they have the sing-alongs. I feel redeemed in
I've
my
seen it
position.
3 times. 3 times.
You need a
I'm not going to put you on the spot, but I think I'm the one who's seen it the most at this table.
Yes.
Just saying. Anybody want a little boost?
Yeah, I was going to say, let's do this. Let's hear it.
How long did that hug last?
It was a long hug.
This is good.
Was it longer than you should sing Wicked in the theater if they're sitting next to people?
The holiday reunions are worth an hour of their own show. That's a little pop star coming up, by the way, too. Happy Gilmore fans are getting another Christmas gift.
I've got a lot to clean up right now.
For folks today?
If you are traveling, it looks fine up and down the East Coast, weather-wise at least. It's a little bit chilly, but not as cold as it has been. It's really down through Texas into eastern Oklahoma, down through Arkansas and Louisiana, and also out west. We have another storm system making its way onshore. That means rain and mountain snow. Very difficult getting through the mountain passes. We could see some delays because of the heavier rain in Seattle, also into Portland too. Dallas and Houston, especially later on today when those storms really get going, we could see some of those delays at the airports. And again, the roads through the mountain passes, some of the snowier spots will be slick going and also slow going down south where some of that rain could be a little heavy at times. So it's this cold front that's moving eastward across eastern Texas, down through Louisiana, up across Arkansas. So as we go into this afternoon and evening, we'll start to see the heavier rain and the thunderstorms. There's also some morning fog in the Midwest that could create some slowdowns and some delays at the airports early this morning. But then as we go into tomorrow, a lot of that rain will lift north and move up into the western Great Lakes. Just want to point out, hail and damaging winds will be the biggest threat with these storms, along with the heavier downpours. But there is the chance, especially through eastern Texas later on tonight, that we could see a few isolated tornadoes, Peter.
What they call a dynamic forecast. All right, Dylan, appreciate it very much.
Let's turn now to this growing mystery.
All right, well, maybe Dylan has some thoughts on that, huh? Wait, that was a good look, though, that all-white cowboy gear.
On Sam?
Yeah.
The hat, too.
That's
Don't
visual.
put her on the spot.
It's like, I'm going to get you, sucker. Sorry, go.
Yeah. All right, we've got, speaking of the white stuff, we've got some snow falling across the mountains up across the Pacific Northwest and rain along the coast from Seattle down to Portland, even into northwestern California, where we could see some heavier rain. Also heavy rain down through Texas, Oklahoma, Louisiana, Arkansas. Later on today, we could see some severe storms. The Great Lakes, the Northeast, the Southeast, lots of sunshine, a little chilly, 30s and 40s, and even some 50s down through the Southeast, which is below average for this time of year. That's a look at the weather across the country. We'll get to your local forecast in the next 30 seconds.
Good morning. Bright skies, a little chilly start. Temperatures in the teens, in the mid-20s in the city. Will be close to freezing with that sunshine at noontime, on our way up into the mid-30s. Down into the upper 20s by 10 o'clock, but once again, those clear skies. But it's chilly next week.
And that's your latest forecast.
All right, Jill, thank you very much. And coming up here, we are taking
Something a lot of folks are thinking about this morning, holiday returns, from deadlines, receipt requirements, to return alternatives. We got everything you need to know. But first, this is Today on NBC.
Together for our kids.
Today's forecast is a 100% chance of fun.
With over 1,800 students participating. Together celebrating culture.
We are all family.
Across our community.
The Dominican parade, and it's lit.
Together offering a helping hand.
We're feeding our families.
With 785,000 meals.
Going to local food banks.
NBC4 and Telemundo 47. Together, we're for New York.
By as we look ahead with prices dropping after the holiday, that is tomorrow on Today. And if I can, would you kick up your heels?
No,
Win bringing it in with her little Christmas slippers today. That was a good look.
This was a day after Christmas, kind of like mom brain moment, where I thought I had the shoes and I didn't have the shoes. And thank you to Jim, our director, who cropped it out.
So messed up. Peter, show us your tank top. Show us your tank top, Peter.
Thank you, Jacob.
Those are strong. Those are nice.
Listen, they're very comfortable, I will say.
Oh, you're never getting out of the doghouse.
No, but Peter's tank top.
I'm telling you. Jill, what's it looking for us?
We all want the cozy feel after Christmas, right? We ate too much. We're just tired. We do have some interesting travel conditions across the Pacific Northwest, rain and mountain snow, also some severe storms possible down through Texas today with this cold front moving eastward. That's going to trigger some of those storms, so we'll see those spread eastward as we go into this afternoon and evening. That's a look at the weather across the country. Now here's a peek out your window.
Dylan, thanks. Looking sunny. It's definitely chilly out there, and we still have the snow on the ground in the Bronx. We're at 25 now at Central Park. Actual air temperature, 6 in Sussex, Poughkeepsie at 7. We're at 23 degrees at Newark. So bright skies, up to about 35 today, light northerly winds, and as you can see, a little more sunshine.
And don't forget, if you're headed out the door, you can catch us on the radio at Sirius XM Channel 108.
All right, you got some double duty. You got some pop start for us?
Shall we pop? Pop star, right? We've been talking about Beyonce all
Moment of truth. Y'all ready?
I'm a little nervous.
Okay.
I'm nervous. Okay, I'm not trying to give you excuses. But the oven here cooks a lot faster than I anticipated.
And to be clear, this is your go-to.
You make this once a week.
I make this once a week. They love salmon.
This isn't the couscous from CVS.
This is not the couscous from CVS. This is pearled couscous.
I'm gonna let them taste it first.
Okay. Couscous is very flavorful.
Okay. Yeah, it's garlic and olive oil couscous.
Very good.
Okay. The couscous is good.
Let me explain the Brussels sprouts just first. I normally char my Brussels sprouts, but what happened here, I charred them, and then the Brussels sprouts themselves weren't done yet. So I had to kind of
So you did them on the stovetop?
I did them on the stovetop.
But wouldn't it have been easier and probably more even if they had done them?
Katie is my coach.
Katie Stilo is our food stylist.
Yeah.
What?
Sorry.
What?
Adobo, dill.
You can show
Himalayan salt.
Show us how to set up a
salmon.
Honestly,
show how you do that.
This is the easiest salmon on the planet. You get some adobo, right?
I've never used adobo.
Really?
Yeah, so this wasn't really a dare in that you do this for your kids. They're still alive.
No, they love the
very
salmon.
Tasty.
And I would say my Brussels sprouts, if I made them on my
well done.
Yay.
And she did it all herself.
That was a challenge.
I really had no part in it.
It was literally
like this on the website.
biking on someone else's bike.
Katie, how did she do?
10 out of 10.
And
10 out of 10.
herself.
She's hired.
Absolutely. It's
Can we run later?
So Chanel Jones, I want to say, we prepared for the worst. And we did. So we had some pizza just in case. We prepared for the worst. But here's the thing.
But not
that pizza's going to it's just going to sit there.
Yeah.
For a weeknight meal.
Yay.
Terrific.
Yay.
I will say well done, everyone, for our big.
Let's kickstart your new year with the all-new Start Today app. Everything you need for your wellness journey right at your fingertips. Fitness challenges, meal plans, and so much more.
Download now to learn more about our new